Hey everybody, Beyond U89 here, bringing you another episode of The Demon Recreation, and today we're going to be tackling the general station area, kind of getting that wrapped up, and then kind of looking at the transfer/maintenance track area, and reworking some of our path work to make it a little bit more accurate to scale and how it really is in real life. So yeah, to start off, we're here. To start off here, as you can see, we are adding the station cover. It's not exactly a station building that houses the demon here. It is more of a rain cover, elements cover, if you will. So it's nothing too fancy, too robust there. Pretty simple. Used a lot of the wood pieces that, I can't remember the name of them exactly, but they're wood pieces that almost look metallic, but yeah, they're great to use for this area. And the only real little details that are thrown in here, which I think we're going to get to here, are little TVs that are supposed to be signs for like warnings and, like pregnant women shouldn't ride and this is a roller coaster. So, those general like, duh, you got this far, you should know what you're getting yourself into signs. So just those kind of little details, just some little lights. And other than that, for this, the basic queue area, there's not a lot of other little details. Like I said, it's just pretty much a general cover for the station. So yeah, the other little detail work that we're about to get to here, I believe, is I added, this is the first time I've done this, and I don't know why I haven't done this in the past, is I actually built a little, what do you want to call it, like a control tower, like where the, someone's gonna let me know, but yeah, the little control tower where the dispatch tower, where the employee would let the coasters go and everything like that. So, like I said, I've never built, per se, around the Planet Coaster default one. I've seen other builders do really, really great overlays, I guess you would call it, over this to kind of cover it up. And, yeah, I noticed when I was looking at different pictures, different reference photos, that sure enough, there was a little house that housed in the worker here. So I went ahead and made that out of the plank pieces, which the spoopy plank, which is in scenery, by the way, not buildings. It's one of those weird things in Planet Coaster where they label things kind of differently, to put it lightly. I think there was a grand vision as to why they label and put some things in certain categories, but alas, woody planks. Spooky planks are in scenery, while there are other planks in buildings. So anyways, using those spooky planks, I built that little control tower there. And real quick, we missed it, but there was a little electrical box, is what that was, made out of the art shapes. I really loved using the art shapes for just about everything here, just sinking them in for like caution, when you're walking up and down stairs, using those as caution pieces, bright yellow. And again, I kind of used those art shapes before to build a little yellow electrical box that maintenance can walk up to. So just all these little details are really starting to make this almost like backstage area. It's not that backstage though, when you can openly see it, right? So, but this whole area is starting to really come together as we put in more foliage, some bushes. Those bushes aren't going to stay, I just realized that, but adding these little walkways and even that little tree stump there. I know it might seem random, but I was looking at Google Earth. Yeah, right, Google Earth, and there's an option to kind of move time forward and backwards if they have the recorded bits of it. And that tree stump that I placed down there just a little bit ago, right there, it has always kind of been at that location. So there's obviously a tree that I don't know why they just don't like root it out and just take the whole stump out, but obviously they want this tree not to grow there. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna put that stump there as well. So that was pretty fun to do. I love adding all these little details in the back area. This episode, it feels like after watching this video through before recording, after seeing what I got done, quote unquote, it feels like I really didn't get a lot done. But it's really just because adding in all of these, as we call it on the Bro Nation Discord, janky details, it really makes the area start to feel alive and whatnot. So again, we're just adding a lot of those little janky details to the backstage area. A lot of these little details that you normally would just not really think of twice. And yeah, they're starting to make it really come together there. And here you can start to see we're putting up a maintenance fence, kind of blocks some of the view, at least, as you're walking around this main black asphalt pathway there. So that's blocking some of the view there. And I went ahead and reworked the path, as you can see here, just because after looking at some more aerial photos, and I knew this from going to the park a lot, that the path gets really close up to the maintenance area there, and that's mainly, I'm sure, because they need to walk up into the maintenance area, and this is kind of the entranceway. So I reworked the pathway, and it's starting to look a lot more like I know, and yeah, it's starting to really start to turn out here. And here, this is always fun, is putting in your linings, your just lining the sidewalk with different curbs and whatnot, and putting in your own custom ones. So yeah, like I said, just a lot of these little details are coming in, and really starting to make the place feel more alive and whatnot. So overall, with the plan for the Demon Recreation here, I'm trying to start to line it up with the opening of Six Flags here. It's about March 3rd today as I'm recording, so you can hopefully expect to see Six Flags announcing when they're going to be opening, and I hope to get the series wrapped up before opening date. I don't think that should be too much of a problem. A lot of the tedious detail work is in this area that I'm doing right now, so kind of getting it out of the way before we keep working on the rest of the coaster. But again, I need to check when Six Flags Great America opens, mainly because I'm living in the area and I want to go. I haven't, if you've been following the channel a little bit, or if you haven't, I used to live in Denver for about 4 years prior to this winter here, and I haven't been to my home park, which I consider Six Flags Great America, in forever! So it's time to go. And I'm living back in the area now, so I want to go. So I need to find out when it's opening, and so I can correlate the videos to be with the opening of it there. I missed a bit there. If you see that kind of, it almost actually does look like mulch. I'm looking at it, but a little mulch piece, some people might not know what that is. It's in the scenery, I think it's a candy piece, maybe coconut. I think it's coconut. So just in case anyone doesn't know, that's a coconut piece that I kind of colored to look like mulch. It was not my idea. I think it was N7's idea. I can't remember, but someone might let me know. But yeah, basically there's this little mulchy landscaped area. There's not a lot of landscaping over here. A lot of it's just kind of overgrown. They kind of just let it go to cover up a lot of the queue area and whatnot. But this little patch here is landscaped, and you saw it there just for a quick second. Holy smokes. They have a little sign, and in true Six Flags fashion, they're advertising their flash passes and whatnot, which, oh my gosh. If you've been to Disney or like anything like that, and they give you fast passes for free, quote unquote, and then you go to Six Flags and they're like, $30 for 3 rides. And you're like, but I just paid like $50 to get in here. Anyways. Neither here nor there. Fast forwarding here as we're getting kind of close to the end of the video already. Whew, that flew by. We're starting to work on just some general maintenance buildings, using some of the sci-fi pieces as air vents and whatnot, using windows as walls. One of the first times I've done that. That was actually really resourceful, and why the heck didn't I do that before? And what you're seeing here is there's a little fire extinguisher at this point right here, which makes sense. It's a maintenance area, right? And I was having a heck of a time trying to figure out something to make the fire extinguisher. I knew that an art piece would probably work. It might be a little bit oversized, but that's okay. But then the candy cane piece came along and really made for the nozzle to look halfway decent there. So, but yeah, this is kind of wrapping up the Demon Recreation episode here today. Appreciate you all following along with this series. We'll have another one out here soon as we continue along. Don't forget to like and share this video if it's your first time here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next installment. And until then, have a great one, and we'll see you then. Thanks, everyone. Bye.